Hello and welcome back. I know I've been away for quite a while, but some things came up that didn't really give me enough time to be doing this. But now that's out of the way, and hopefully I'll be around making more contents for you guys. As you can probably tell from the title, yes, I did undergo a hair transplant procedure. I probably started losing my hair when I was in my early teens, but then I remember when I was 16 years, one of my roommates in in high school just made a joke one night about my hair starting from the middle of the head, and that is like one moment that I can pinpoint where I know that I was having a receding hairline, and I wasn't really expecting to lose my hair at such an alarming rate. None of my brothers have it. My dad doesn't have it. Nobody on my dad's side has it. Nobody on my mom's side has it. In fact, my brothers have this dense amount of hair with like perfect hairlines, but somehow it just happened that I am the only one who was losing hair. Hair transplant was not in my thoughts at all, because at a certain point I had already started accepting that I'm not going to have a perfect hairline, but it was just happening at an alarming rate. I was in India for 4 years and I had tried so many things, and I had tried growing my hair and it actually became long, but I was hoping if it was going to be long hair, I was going to drape it over the bald spot, but it was so thin so you could still see the bald spot. And not to say that they don't work, but I also tried some Ayurvedic treatments. So it was some kind of lotion that you just apply on your hair and then gently massage. And I did that for 3 years, putting up with some, oh my god, intense, funky smell, made the whole flat stench, and I had to apologize every day to my roommate when I was doing that. So yeah, and it didn't work either, so I stopped using that. Yeah, and that was back in 2016. So what you see here is what I did 5 days ago. Since then, I've had some people just ask me, why did you do it? Why did you feel the need to do it? And all that. And often I'll just make a joke about it, but I did it for a bunch of reasons, but mainly it was because it makes me feel good. I feel a lot happier looking in the mirror, and just makes me feel more confident. And one who doesn't have this kind of insecurity might not understand. So you can imagine having a conversation with someone, and rather than looking at you in the eye or looking at your face, they're just like constantly darting their eyes up onto your baldness all the time. And once in a while is fine, but at a certain point, it really does something to your confidence. And then the other one who will tell you, oh, you're so young, where's your hairline running to? What's happening up there? What's all that? So yeah, things like that, and a lot of other factors that made me decide to do it. No, I did not fly to Germany. I did not fly to Turkey, to UK, to India. I actually did it in Nairobi. So what happens is there's a group of Turkish doctors, and every once a year they come from Turkey and they go to different countries to perform the procedures. So in Kenya, I think they usually come at the end of February, and my brother's friend did it, and actually he's the one who recommended it to me, and he showed me a before and after pic, and results were like amazing. So I was convinced that I need to do it. I made an appointment with their representative here. Before they come, you have to give a commitment fee, because they don't want to come down here and then bail out on them. I certainly have done that. Yeah, so you give the small commitment fee. When they come here, they give you an appointment date, and then if you want more details, just let me know and then I'll tell you more about it. A lot of people prefer going to Turkey is because the price is quite reasonable as compared to London. If you go to London, or if you go to Germany, or wherever else they perform the procedure. So yeah, almost everybody goes. You can fly from wherever you are and go to Turkey and have the procedure done and go back home, and you'll probably spend less than if you decide to go to one of these other countries. So that's the main reason why people go to Turkey, because it's cheap. Oh, the procedure. So it's not too painful, and before I went in, I had done a little bit of research. I had asked some people who had done it, and some people who did it, how it was, and they told me it was going to be painful, especially the injection of the local anesthetic. But I don't know, maybe it's because I was expecting too much pain that I didn't actually feel that much pain. So what they did is at the back of the head, they use like the insulin syringe and just inject local anesthetic inside there, inside like in your scalp. And it wasn't too painful. Okay, this part of the head was not too painful. This is where they were removing the grafts from. So they drew a line at the back here where they were going to get they're going to pluck the grafts from, and they made like over, I think it was over 30 injections, and I felt a little bit of a sting here and there, but nothing, wasn't too painful. Okay, they did the injections. Then next, I was lying face down, and then with some machine they use, and then they pluck the hair from the root one by one. So for me, what they did, they took 3,700 grafts out of my head, and that started from 9 a.m. until like around 12:30. So that was just the process of plucking. They took 3,700, and yeah. So like one time when she had taken the grafts and then she was going to place them somewhere, and then I just raised my head, and her gloves, it looked like a crime scene. It was like full of blood. Well, I'm not squeamish with blood, but it's like, oh my god, that's too much blood. And I wasn't the process of plucking, you don't feel it at all. And yeah, I think I did lose a lot of blood because of judging from her gloves and the amount of gauze that she was throwing away. It was a lot. And yeah, so, and then went for a lunch break, and then after lunch I came back. It was just like a 20-minute lunch break. I went back in, so, and then now they drew this line on the forehead, I mean the line of the forehead of where they're going to do the implants. So they drew the line like that, and then now, well, this, I'll be honest, it did hurt a little, especially this one side, and right here in the middle, and on this other side, that did sting quite a bit. And then now they start drilling holes into your head. No, yeah, so they start making like 3 incisions where they're going to plant the hairs, and then one by one they start planting. So 1,700 implants, this is what it is. After that, it's done, and then they just like put an antibiotic cream and then a bandage here, but here they don't put anything. But when I was done, my face was like inflamed and felt a little bit heavy. So for 3 days I had to sleep facing up, and it was a struggle. Especially the first night, I barely slept, and that was the procedure. Unfortunately, they did not let me film it, but I'm kind of glad they did not, because the amount of blood that was there, that was borderline butcher. I don't think anybody would want to see that. So from what I've learned is that Turkey is like the cheapest. Their price is quite fair. It cost me $2,000. No, I will not need to do it again, because from what I've seen is that after like 6 months the hair starts growing, and chances of this surviving, if I take care of it well, is pretty good. So I don't think I'll be doing it again. So my hair grows quite fast, and I have to go to the barber every other week, and if I stay for more than 2 weeks without going to the barber, is like the baldness just like is prominent and like pronounced. So yeah, swelling has gone down, not as bad as it was, and I'm told after 2 weeks it's going to go back to normal. The swelling will reduce, and I can comfortably wash off all the dead cells, the dead skin that comes out. And then after 1 month, there's a shock loss where all the implanted hair will fall off, but that is just like the strand of hair. The root remains, so then again after a few weeks it will grow back normally. That was it. That was my hair transplant procedure, and if you want to know anything about it or have any questions, you can ask me, and thanks for watching. See you next time.